Salakia brothers. I think I got a little bit more time now. Um, Salakia. But yeah, man, the time is at hand, man. All right, it's definitely at hand. Read Ezekiel 2 again. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 5. And rather they were here, or rather they were forbear, but they are a rebellious house. Yet shall they know that a prophet had been among them. Right? How you gonna know that a prophet had been among them? All right. How do you know when a prophet is truly a prophet of the Lord? Salakia. Get Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy chapter. Salakia. Salakia. Yeah. Deuteronomy chapter 17. Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 20. But I start a little further up, Salakia. It's like Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 17. And the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. Verse 18. And I will rise them up a prophet from among their brethren. The Lord said, I will rise you up a prophet from among your brethren. All right. So you're supposed to. So all the prophets are your brethren. There's no such thing as an Edomite prophet. There's no such thing as an Ammonite prophet. There's no such thing as a Moabite prophet. All right. And if they do look like that, like the other nations, their bloodline really goes. They really got the spirit of prophecy on them. Their bloodline really goes back to Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, but they look like the other nations. All right. Like people like a straight up Edomite, somebody like Vocal Malone, somebody like that. All right. They're not prophets of the Lord. They're not They're not our brethren. It's like it. The Lord said He's going to rise up one to us from among our brethren, meaning somebody that's a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native and Seminole Indian descent. All right. But you people despise, man. The reason why a lot of you don't accept this truth is because the person that's telling you it looks like you. Looks like a so-called Latino, Negro, Native and Seminole Indian man. All right. That's why you don't accept it. Oh, nigga, I ain't listening to that, man. I don't want to hear that, man. But then when the white man do something, you all ears. All right. But the prophet which I have presented, verse 18, and I will rise them up a prophet from among thy brethren, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth. How you know if it's the words of the Lord? If it all matches up with biblical prophecy. All right. And will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And what did the Lord tell us to speak unto to the people, starting with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone? All right. What the mark of the beast, a cashless society, famines coming, all right, nuclear war, all right, so on and so forth. And I will rise them up a prophet from among their brethren like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them, and all that I shall command him. Verse 19, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, when she shall speak unto my name, I will require it of him. All right, so let me read that again. Verse 19, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, right, the rebellious of our people, that are not hearkening unto the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. Verse 20, but the prophet which shall presumptuously to speak a word in my name, which I have commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. All right, you got so-called prophets of the Lord out there. It's supposed to be that's in the truth that know that they're Israelites out there prophesying in the name of Jesus Christ. That's another God. All right. So the people that are following that camp, the IUIC, are going to be judged. All right. That they're speaking in the name of another God. Verse 21. And if thou say in thy heart, how shall we know let me read it again. Verse 21. And if thou shalt say in thy heart, how shall we know that the word which the Lord have not spoken? So right. So how do you know if it's truly the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua that somebody's telling you? All right. Verse 22, when a prophet speak in the name of the Lord, if the things follow not, nor come to pass, right? So if it doesn't happen, what he's telling you, he's a false prophet, all right? But clearly, starting with the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone and brothers that teach and learn under the elders the same doctrine, all right? Everything that the elders have said is coming to pass right before your eyes. So are the elders the true prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? Will they truly sit by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? All right, the answer is yes. All right, the answer is yes. Because everything that they're saying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is coming to pass. Things that they said years ago when I first came into the truth. All right, things that they were saying. Now we see it. It's coming to pass right before your eyes. If thou shalt say in thy heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord hath not spoken? Verse 22, when a prophet shall speak in the name of the Lord, if the things follow not, nor come to pass, that the thing which the Lord hath not spoken, but the prophet has spoken presumptuously, thou shalt not fear him. Right, so, we don't got to worry about him because he's a false prophet, man. He's a false prophet. If anybody's telling you that America's gonna thrive on, or something like there will be no such thing. There's no such thing as Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is not coming. All right, there are no nuclear missiles in the scriptures. All right, the mark of the beast isn't the micro technology. Those are false prophets, man. Those are liars. They're lying to you. All right. So let's go back to Ezekiel. Back in Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 6. Chapter 2, verse 6. I like it. And thou son of man, be not afraid of them, neither afraid of their words, though they be briars. Matter of fact, let me start at 5. Let me read 5 again. Ezekiel chapter 2, verse 5. And rather they will hear, or rather they will forbear. It's like it. Or rather they will hear, or rather they will forbear, but they are a rebellious house. Yet shall they know that a prophet had been among them. Right, so they'll know that a prophet had been among them. All right, with all these things, the truth which we just read in Deuteronomy, the 18th chapter, the Lord said that the things follow not, nor come to pass, then it's not really the words of the Lord. All right, so we see all these things coming to pass. So when it happens, you can't say you wasn't warned. Like, you can't be scratching your head. Oh, I didn't know, Lord. I truly didn't know. I had no idea, Lord. All right, you can't say that, man. You cannot say that, man. All right. It's like it. And rather they will hear, rather they forbear, yet they should know that a prophet had been among them. Verse 6, and thou son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though they be briars and thorns be with thee. Thou doest the will, and thou doest the will among scorpions. Be not afraid of them, of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though they be a rebellious house. Verse 7, and thou shalt speak my words unto them, rather they will hear, or rather they will forbear, for they are rebellious people. All right, a lot of you have forbear, man. A lot of our people have forbeared to hear the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. All right? And what's going to happen to you? You're going to be destroyed. All right? This Proverbs chapter 13, verse 13. Whosoever despised the word shall be destroyed, but he that feareth the commandments shall be rewarded. Right? The Lord said, whosoever despised the word shall be destroyed. And again, the masses of our people despise this word. So what is the Most High going to do to them? He's not going to protect them, not going to keep them from the hour of temptation. All right, he's going to make them take the MOTB, and it's going to give the Most High license to put them to death. Every last one of them to death. All right. This is back in Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which should come upon all the worlds to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right. And if you ain't hearkening to the word now, if you ain't hearkening to the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua now, the Lord's not going to protect you in the hour of temptation. When the hour of temptation comes, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not going to protect you. All right, what's going to happen is the Lord's going to leave you out there high and dry. And again, the Most High is going to make you take the mark, and you won't get smoked. All right? You won't get left behind, and you're going to taste the lake of fire. You're going to be a part of that second death. All right? Which a lot of you 2/3 was a part of the first death, was with water. So you're going to taste the first death and the second death. All right? Well, all you 2/3 was a part of it, because only 8 souls got saved. All right? Only 8 souls got delivered, man. All right? And on this time, maybe, more, the Lord's going to deliver more on this go around. He's going to deliver 144,000 and 1/3. But a lot of you that got drowned in the flood, all right, a lot of you that got destroyed in the flood, a lot of you going to get hit with the second death. All right? So you're going to get the first and second death. Why did you? That's crazy, man. That sounds crazy. You want to get the first and the second death. All right? to try them that dwell upon the earth. Don't we all dwell upon the earth? Verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Right. Hold that fast. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. All right. That no man takes thy crown, man. All right. How did you lose your crown? When you fall out of the truth. All right. When you fall out of the truth, or if at the end of the deal, you fold and take the mark. All right. You lost your crown. Meaning what? You're going to be destroyed and have to come back later on in the kingdom of heaven. All right, through the seed of an elect man. And it's going to be to everlasting shame, man. Like it tells you in the book of Daniel. You was in the truth at the finish line, all right, and then you took the mark at the end of the deal. Why? Because you wasn't, ultimately you just wasn't part of the elect at the end of the day, which nobody can control anyway. All right, but again, the scriptures say give diligence to make that call and election sure. The elect men, if you really want to make your call and election sure, you got to be diligent. All right, as diligent as possible, man. As diligent as possible, man. All right. Let's go back to Revelation 13. All right, back in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. He calls them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and in their right hand or in their forehead. All right, and the elders and apostles of great millstone went into this prophecy thousands of times, man, millions of times. And brothers ranking those down, did tons of lessons of what the mark is. All right, the charagma is. All right. So the whole world should know now. The whole world knows. Even Edomites know. Edomites do videos and bring out Revelation 13 and tell you that the mark is the microchip technology. All right, Edomites are doing that. All right, I believe when you go on Google, if I ain't mistaken, if you type in on Google, Revelation 30, the microchip technology and biblical prophecy, it'll go into the word charagma and all of that. All right, which Esau got that from the elders, man. All right, Esau got that from the elders. All right, so it's not a game, man. Again, the scriptures say, the scriptures speak about walking circumspect, man, not as fools. All right, you gotta walk 144,000% circumspect out here in this truth, man. All right. And so like what I meant to say, well, you do have to walk circumspect as well. But the scriptures speak about being in darkness, man. You don't want to be in darkness.